Everybody, welcome back to Leosophy. I got 3 new questions. I'm going to jump right in. Question number 1. Why are bat-borne illnesses so tough on humans? A bat's body is kind of like a crucible for a virus, because when bats are at rest, they're about in the ballpark the same temperature as us. They're like 99 degrees or so. But then when they fly, it skyrockets to like 104. So if you're a virus and you live in a bat, you got to get tough fast. It's like I said, it's like a crucible. It's like a gauntlet for viruses. So then if they jump to us, and it's pretty easy for them to because we're very similar. Our fever climbs up to 102, 103, and we're miserable. And our immune system's like, why isn't this working? And the virus is just like, I'm from a bat. I'm way tougher than you can imagine. And that's the biggest reason, is because bats' temperature fluctuates a lot for a mammal, and it happens to reach, under normal circumstances, what would be like a lethal fever to a person. And by the way, all this new bat stuff, bat-borne diseases, that's because we're infringing on their territory and eating them. So it's not really the bats' fault. They'll be mean to bats just because of this. Let's see, next question. You mentioned your favorite chicken breeds to raise for homesteading. Is there any particular chicken that you think is the most intelligent? Not really. I mean, they're individuals, and they're not a very smart animal. I'm just going to go out and say it. I have seen them lose their minds trying to get around a little tiny, like 6 inches to a foot of fencing instead of walking around it. Like, they're that simple. So they're not a very clever animal. They're about on par with like your average songbird in terms of intelligence, which is not very clever. Their social skills are a literal pecking order, where they just beat the crap out of everyone around them to see who belongs where in the hierarchy. So they're just not a very smart animal. And while some breeds do seem a little cleverer and sweeter than others, which I mentioned in the previous video, there's no genius breed of chicken from my experience, and there's no particularly like especially dumb breed either. I mean, it's not like dogs. There's quite the spectrum there. Okay, last question. This one's more personal. What games are you playing to pass the time? I think I might know who asked that one. Hollow Knight's been great. Dragon Quest XI. Really, I just recommend RPGs in general. Hollow Knight's not an RPG; it's a platformer, but still, things that are like long hours. Like, a lot of people are enjoying Animal Crossing. I've never played it. It looks like it would be great for quarantine. I don't recommend Resident Evil 3 right now because it's like 10 hours. Yeah, go for the longer things. Go for the things that cost less and give you more bang for your buck. Monster Hunter World, Ni no Kuni 2, Outer World. Like, basically RPGs. RPGs are great for that, if that's a genre that you enjoy. I really loved Hollow Knight, though. It was really fun, and it was actually a lot longer than I expected. So, yeah, things like that. Any W or J RPG, depending on your preferences, that has 40 plus hours, that would get you some bang for your buck, since so many people are stuck at home. Like, share, keep asking questions. Bye.